My son, I've been thinking about the day, just a few years now, in which you will go to the earth and visit the people that we made. Have you been thinking about it? Father, I think about it all the time. I can hardly wait. Well, then tell me, son. Tell me about your birth. I mean, I know you're going to be born in Bethlehem. Do you want to be born in the citadel? Well, actually, Father, I hope you don't misunderstand, but I was thinking about being born among the animals. You mean like in a barn? Yes, Father, you know, like in the stable for all those animals, the sheep and goat and cattle, they all have a feeding trough. And I was thinking that my mother could just put a little bit of hay in the trough and wrap me in a cloth and lay me down there to sleep. So, my son wants to come into the world incognito. Well, it's just that I don't want to draw attention to myself, Father. Attention? What are you talking about? You and I spoke the universe into existence, and now for your grand entrance into the world, you want to borrow a cradle from slobbering animals? Father, it's just that I wanted to be born a poor man. I wanted to have parents who were peasants. I wanted to find out what it was like to be a common man. That way everyone would relate to me and I could identify with them. That's why. All right. If you think you're going to come in the world and hide among the animals, I'll just have to insert a few lines into the script. I know, I'll make an announcement. All those men who will be watching your animals that night, I'm going to send an angel. No, I'll send 1,000 angels. The poor shepherds, they'll be terrified, but no matter. Today, a Savior has been born. And what's more, you can find him wrapped in cloths lying in a feeding trough. That's what I'll do. Father, you've always delighted in honoring me. Of course, you're my son. You're my one and only son. You're perfect. I'm proud of you, my son, and you deserve it. My son, when you're 30 years old on earth, I will be leading you to a lonely place to be tempted by our adversary. You remember for Adam, when we put him in the garden, we gave him all those beautiful fruit trees and we gave him a perfect wife as a companion. He had everything a man could ask for, and yet with the slightest temptation, Adam rebelled. But this time, my son, it will be different. You won't be in a garden. You'll be in a wilderness. There won't be fruit trees. There'll just be rocks and stones. My son, you won't be able to eat. You'll be famished. You'll be thirsty. You'll be weak physically. And when the adversary comes, he's not going to give you a small temptation. He will tempt you in every way possible. What will you do? What will you say? Father, when our adversary comes, I only have one plan. I will quote to him your commands, because there is no more powerful weapon than your word. That's what I'll do. He has to flee at that. Very well, my son. After that, Father, I want to walk over to the Jordan River, and there I want to be baptized by John. You mean John will be baptized by you? Well, I wanted to be baptized by John. My son, I don't understand. You are perfect. You have no sin, no unrighteousness. What would you be doing going through a ceremony of cleansing? Father, it's just that every time I see those men and women, when they come to John and they bow down in the water, and then they cry to heaven and they say, God, please forgive us for all the things we've done wrong. I just want to reach out to them, Father. I want to tell them that you are compassionate and you will forgive them. That's why I want to go through the ceremony, Father. I want them in heaven with me. I want them to see your glory in your face like I get to for all eternity. Well, okay. I guess I'll have to make another announcement. I know. I'll say, this is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Ha! That's what I'll do. I don't want anyone to go home that day thinking that my son has done anything wrong. So after that, my son, you'll have followers. You'll have hundreds, thousands of people following you. What are you going to teach them? Teach them, Father, I only have 3 years and there's so many things I want to tell them. You are an inexhaustible subject, you know. But I suppose there's one topic I'll have to tell them over and over again. I'll tell them, if you want to be great, then learn to be a servant. If you want to be first, then learn to be last. Humble yourselves like little children. Learn to wash the feet of your friends. Give your lives away on their behalf. That's what I'm going to tell them, Father.